Obviously, Democrats have been pushing for decades, and we're going to continue to wave this flag. We're going to continue to beat this drum. We're going to continue to do this on behalf of the constituents in Alabama's 2nd Congressional District and those across this country, because it's the right thing to do. And with that, I'll turn it over to Representative Sarah McBride.
Thank you so much to my fellow freshman representative figures, and thank you so much, Chair Aguilar and Vice Chair Lieu, for inviting us today. Across Delaware and around the country, families are being hit from every direction, at the grocery store, at the pharmacy, and of course now in their healthcare premiums. In 2024, Donald Trump promised the American people that he would lower costs on day one. But we all know that whether it's his business partners, people who worked for him, or the American people, the one through line throughout Donald Trump's life is that he has never met a promise that he was not willing to break. Because 1 year into the second Trump presidency, all we have are a litany of broken promises and billionaire tax breaks. This affordability crisis is not a hoax. It is a choice by congressional Republicans and by Donald Trump. A choice to impose a tariff tax on small businesses and consumers, a choice to cut food assistance, and a choice to insert a $1 trillion bomb into the center of the American healthcare system. That bomb is now going off. Premiums are skyrocketing. The largest cut to Medicaid in American history is on the horizon. Rural hospitals and doctors' offices are already closing. Trumpcare has arrived, and it is dangerous and it is deadly. I hear it every single day back in Delaware. Dave, a constituent of mine in Newcastle, pays $350 a month right now for his wife's marketplace plan. Next year, without the ACA tax credits, those premiums will jump to $1,200 a month. His wife lives with a disabling spinal condition, diabetes, hypertension, depression, and takes dozens of daily medications. Without this tax credit, they will lose their coverage that is keeping his wife alive. People like Dave are doing everything right, but Republicans in Congress continue to fail them. It's not too late for my Republican colleagues to do the right thing, to make a different choice. As has been mentioned, we only need 4 Republicans in Congress to demonstrate courage on behalf of their constituents by signing this discharge petition to force an up or down vote on protecting care. But I'm not going to hold my breath, because while we are freshmen, while we are new, what has become abundantly clear to us in the last 11 months is the only thing that congressional Republicans are more loyal to than Donald Trump is to cutting the health care of the American people. Imagine winning those elections, getting all of that power, and spending all of your political capital on kicking millions of people off their coverage and jacking up healthcare prices for everyone else. People deserve so much better than what congressional Republicans and Donald Trump have offered them. I ran for office after my experience as a caregiver to my husband during his battle with terminal cancer. And I simply do not believe that in the wealthiest nation on earth, any American should have to go without the health care that they need to live and thrive. And so long as there is air in our lungs and breath in our bodies, House Democrats will fight for an America where every single American can get the health care they need regardless of where they live and regardless of who they voted for in the last election. And so with that, I'll turn things back over to Chair Aguilar to answer any questions.
Thank you, Representative McBride and Representative Figures. Andrew?
Think of Haley Stevens introducing articles of impeachment against Robert Kennedy Jr.
I think that what Robert Kennedy Jr. has done to the healthcare system, what he stands for, his latest support for decisions that reduce Americans' access to vaccines are deeply troubling from a public health perspective. I understand that members have frustrations and concerns about it. I don't know how successful those measures would be in a Republican-held Congress. But I appreciate that members have a lot of views on this and want to hold the Secretary accountable. He is someone who is an impediment to Americans having health security. I think that's very clear. And the day for accountability will come. I don't know when that is, but the day for accountability for the Secretary and many others of the President's administration will come. We'll see what that looks like, though. Nick?
I want to ask about the NDAA. Do you expect to support final passage of that bill whenever it comes up later today?
We'll see when it comes up. They got to pass the rule first. I think they're having some difficulty with that. If it comes up, well, we've had a caucus conversation this morning. Adam Smith presented the bill to the caucus, and members will make their decisions. I'll wait until the rule passes, and then I'll indicate where I stand on the bill. Yeah.
This NDAA has a provision in there requiring the Department of Defense to release the video of the strike on the Venezuelan boat, particularly their second strike that killed 2 defenseless shipwreck survivors. And if the Pentagon doesn't do that, then the Secretary of Defense's travel budget will be reduced. So you have now bipartisan support to get this video released. And we need to be asking, the American people would be asking, what is Pete Hegseth hiding?
Michael?
President Trump was in Northeast Pennsylvania last night, kicking off what the administration has described a series of events promoting his economic agenda, his economic policies, pushing back on Democrats' criticism of his role in the affordability crisis. Republicans believe that the more he's out there, the better it is for them and their voters to hear from the president. I wanted to get your thoughts on, do you believe the more that President Trump is out there, that it's advantageous to the case that you all are making about the affordability crisis, given that he's called it a hoax and a con? And just what do you make of the fact that they say that he's going to be out on the road a little bit more, speaking about his agenda and kind of looking to rebut some of the criticisms that you all have waged against him on the affordability crisis?
Sometimes it's a long 16 blocks from Capitol Hill to the White House. Clearly, it's taken the president quite a long time to understand the affordability crisis that we're in. I think the event yesterday was one of the first I've seen that the president wasn't attending a sporting event or something else. But saying that the economy is A+++, calling the affordability crisis a hoax, these are things that the American people just know aren't true. He's lying. House Republicans are lying. They know that. They know that the affordability crisis is at their doorstep. They know it is more difficult to live under the Trump economy than it was previously. And they're holding him accountable. And that's coming through not just in public polling, but it's coming through in our elections. In every election that we've seen, special elections from last night to Iowa months and months ago to everything in between, New Jersey, Virginia, Mississippi, Georgia, I mean, all of these, Republicans continue to underperform because they have no real solutions. They won't solve the affordability crisis. They're only making it worse, and the American people are smart enough to know that. So I don't think that there's anything that the president can do, because clearly every time he gets in front of a microphone, he's saying something that is an outright lie, and the American people know it. So I don't have any problem with him continuing to go out around the country and to talk about this, because the polling clearly shows that folks aren't paying attention and that they know better.
Pete, can I add something? Oh, yep. You go ahead.
Sarah, then Ted.
Just a couple of things. First of all, the idea that the American people aren't hearing enough from Donald Trump right now beggars belief. I think everyone in this country hears enough from Donald Trump, and having him go out on the road and stand in front of a sign that says affordability isn't changing that. It also doesn't change the fact that they have no plan to tackle the affordability crisis, and that Donald Trump himself has continued to deny this crisis, calling it a hoax. I think his handlers in the White House are making the same mistake that his handlers in Trump 1 made, which is thinking that they can put together these events and keep this president on message in the way that they want him to be on message. He is always going to speak what he believes, and what he clearly believes right now is that he's doing a great job, that prices are fine, that the economy is working well, and that everyone should just go along and get along.
I strongly support President Trump going on the road. Even though he is old and weak and has trouble staying awake at cabinet meetings, I am begging the White House to please send Donald Trump to every swing House district.